Hello, beautiful people. Most welcome to the page here on GBC News. This is where we do chit-chatting as the 2024 edition, and we're starting with the most active sporting federation in the country. For the past 2-3 years, they've been the most active. If the children are not playing, the seniors are playing. If the pros are not playing, and then the social people are playing. Every day, there is something tennis happening in the country, not only in the capital. If you don't see tennis being played every weekend, every day in Accra, when you go to the other regions, there are activities there. So they've been consistent from COVID time. They've been playing till now, until 2024. We want to look at what really are the plans, the vision for 2024 for Ghana Tennis Federation. And I've been joined by one of the active executive members. It's Petrolis. I mean, he does so many things. I have Mr. Boni in the house, and he will help me walk through the lenses of the leadership of Ghana Tennis for the year 2024. Some have tagged it as going to be a difficult year because there's so many activities are in town that they will be involved in. So let me go straight to Mr. Boni. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. It's a pleasure to always be with you. And greetings from my president, Isaac Awajidua, your own man. Unfortunately, he's bereaved, and so he couldn't be with us as we had the opportunity to be with you last year prior to our elections. And so it's always a pleasure. I mean, the electors, delegates saw it fit that what he's been leading us to do in the past 4 years was worth renewing. And so the mandate was renewed for us, and we are not resting at all on our oars. We basically want to move at lightning speed to make sure that the vision that was projected and shared with the delegates it will be achieved at the end of the term within the next 4 years. So thank you as always, and the pleasure is mine also to be here.
Let me say congratulations again for your re-election and the team, and whatever you promised, we'll be keeping an eye on it. But today, let's throw the spotlight on the pathway you've set for yourself.
Yes.
2024 Ghana Tennis Federation. What are we to expect?
Right, so we're basically jumping on what we were able to do in 2023. So 2023 was a very, one of the highlights of Ghana sports, as a matter of fact, was that tennis was able to transcend and win a lot of successes. We were able to qualify from Davis Cup into Zone 3, which is something that we've been working on, and we're able to do that in Kigali. Our boys also did significantly well in the junior space. For the first time, we had a Ghanaian lady, Sisu, who was able to win a J30 tournament that was organized by our partner, Tennis Federation Ghana. So all those successes has culminated also in what we are about to experience in this year. And this year, as you're all aware, we are hosting the Africa Games. And tennis is one of the sports that have been selected as an Olympic qualifier, which means whoever wins in the Africa Games here in Accra automatically qualifies to France, Paris 2024. And that gives us a lot of impetus for us to pursue the vision that we've been having, to be able to win a lot more and spread the tennis growth throughout the country.
Now, a lot, yes, indeed, the African Games is the key thing.
Right.
But there are steps that have been put in place, plans that are in place that you will be unfolding monthly, weekly, everything. So let's look at one for a first time watching us. Okay, this is Mr. Boni. He's an executive member of Ghana Tennis Federation. When we talk about this, your sport, let's look at the benefits. So somebody trying to correct their wrongs in last year. Okay, let me add sports to whatever I do.
Right.
Let's look at some of the benefits of playing tennis.
Right.
And why you guys wish that every Ghanaian should have a racket somewhere. Every Ghanaian should know where a tennis court is and always work there. So let's start.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, especially for this question. So tennis as a sport is a lifetime sport. You start from year one and you play till you end and exit. And that's what tennis is about. For me, as somebody who actually started playing in my older age, I've seen the benefit immensely. There are 8 key things that tennis does for you. Fortunately for us, we've started a new year, and people usually tend to make New Year resolutions.
Okay.
One thing I'll encourage everybody, especially if you sit more than 4 hours every day, basically doing office work, tennis is the sport for you. It helps you reduce weight. It helps you with your aerobics. It helps you de-stress. It helps you with brain power, because the focus you have on a ball when you're moving is one thing that neurologists will advise you that tennis does. It also helps you with, prevention of diseases, because typically when you play an hour of tennis, it's been scientifically proven that you burn close to about between 80 to 110 calories.
Okay, so let me group it this way. There is this infographics Ghana Tennis has come out with.
Yes.
Trying to challenge people. Okay,
yes.
One of them says, one, improve your aerobic capabilities.
Yes.
When you guys come out and you say, okay, when you play tennis at all ages, this is what it does. What really does it mean?
What it means, you see, you have to be active. And the aerobic abilities means on the court, nobody basically forces you. You know, when you're doing aerobics, like there's a leader who basically stands in front and you basically dancing and moving your part. The tennis sport allows you to do that freely, just because you love the sport and you are chasing after one ball. The passion of doing that, aerobics is fatigue and entertaining.
Okay.
Tennis combines that for you when you are playing. You work out, but not even knowing that you are working out. And the love to do it is what tennis gives you easily. So that aerobic aspect of tennis is for me, it's mind-blowing.
Okay.
Because when you pick it up, nobody tells you to stop. It becomes an addiction of good intent, which basically promotes your health as well. So probably you can move to the next one.
The next one, you said it improves your physical health.
Yes.
So for 2024, I don't need to go to the gym.
Forget the gym. No, you forget the gym. For 2024,
those who go to the gym will fight you.
No, for 2024, if you want to basically be physically healthy, what you need to, and I told you about just playing an hour of tennis and the calories you burn, because you're moving and it helps you with your coordination as a person as well, because you move laterally, you move both front and back, and these are things that you are recommended to do when you are doing aerobics. So significantly.
So tennis.
No, tennis is. I said it's a lifetime sport. Year one, you pick it up till you are off. And I'll tell you stories. I mean, people basically. There was I was in Chicago with the president last year, and there was a man who's basically played tennis all his life. One of his wishes was to basically pass on this mortal life that we have on the tennis court. And his wish was great. He came, played. He was 91 years. He came, played, rested, sat for a while, and that was it. Fulfilled.
Interesting. You said you use tennis, playing tennis for 2024. I'm emphasizing that this year, 2024, you play tennis and you use a full range of muscles.
Yes.
A full range of muscles. When you say I'm using a full range of muscles, what really are we driving that?
Yes, because you are driving balls.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So obviously your upper body is working, but you're moving to hit the balls.
Okay.
Typically when you're doing some gym workouts, you stand, you say, okay, today I'm doing my biceps or my triceps. So that is the only muscle you work on. Then you probably do some squats, that becomes the full. But for tennis, because of the motion that it has, everything you do uses a lot of muscles. Your back is affected, your arms, your leg, because you have to be in position to swing. All those are actions or body parts and the muscles that you use just in one motion of play. And that's the complete use of several body muscles when you are playing the sport.
Okay, let's go. You said brain power.
Oh, yes.
2024. A year that people want to possess their possessions.
Absolutely.
And you're saying, when I come and play tennis,
yes, you increase your brain power.
A first timer or everybody, just focus on it.
Because you see, you make a lot of tweaking and thinking when you're playing tennis. You know, Boris Becker was, we were very fortunate. We were very fortunate.
He was in Ghana?
Yes, he was in Ghana. He's actually leaving, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Boris had it was such an honor. He still has the record as the youngest Wimbledon champion, 17-year-old. And so you hardly get people of such caliber inspiring our youth. And it was timeless that he was there during the National Junior Ranking Program, which is also hosted by one of our partners, Hope Performance Tennis. And this is what he said: tennis is the sport that allows you to make every decision on your own. Whether you want to win, you want to relax, you want to be defeated, or you want to be successful. Everything rests on you when you step on court. That ability to think. And then he said, whatever tennis gives you to do on yourself is the same opportunity it gives to your opponent. So now it becomes an issue of witting. I want to outwit you, not only with my strokes, but also tactically. So your brain power is increased and improved because we are playing a sport of one ball. My quest is to outplay you, not only with power, but with skill.
Great.
I have to put it at places that you should not be able to take it. And I have to anticipate. And that's where the brain power. So one sport gives you so many varieties, so many.
So now you are your own boss.
Yes.
Life in it.
Yes.
But other sports will also tell you that it is brain power. For instance, boxers will tell you that when you are in the ring, it is you and your God alone.
Or
you tell me that there is a corner.
It's very true. You see,
you tell me that there is a corner.
There was a research that was done, and tennis actually was placed second behind boxing.
Okay.
The only reason why boxing was first was that the brain that you're supposed to think with is the one that is being punched. That's the only reason.
Now you went on to say, okay, the only place you can socialize very well.
Yes.
Other disciplines socialize, but why did you say, okay, for tennis you can do proper socialization?
For tennis, socializing is on a different level. See, Boris said something to us. He asked how many people in Ghana basically play tennis, and our statistics currently is that we have 66 clubs per our record. And average,
Accra only or
no, the whole Ghana.
The whole Ghana, 66 tennis clubs.
Tennis clubs. Averagely, we have almost about 120 per club. Some have more. Accra Lawn Tennis have almost 500 members. But averagely, we're looking at, so our numbers is hitting within the 13,000 thereabout. The vision for this administration is actually to hit 100,000 in the next 4 years. 100,000 tennis members. Now, in that membership, it's not everybody who necessarily play. The socialization comes in because one of my favorite tennis people are the ones who would dress. They gear up. They have all the fresh. And then they will come to the court, right? They'll take 2 swings, and then their favorite time is when they start drinking the beer. And when you play one shot, they say, "Oh, shot!" Those are all part of it. So the socialization we have in tennis is unparalleled.
Okay.
I mean, for us, we are on another level altogether. I mean, seriously. So if you and you see, it's a place where you find comfort. You are talking and having discussion with like-minded people who understand you, people who can relate to conversations, and you feel comfortable. There's so much safety network within the tennis community. And the potential for networking on itself too is another thing altogether.
Sports generally helps people to lose weight. Why are you emphasizing that? Okay, one of the benefits you get when you play tennis is that you lose weight. I'm really particular about it. Why?
I always say there's nobody who can depict what losing weight in tennis in Ghana much better than our president Abe. Because he was obese. I mean, as a matter of he was. And this somebody who was active, was playing hockey even during his university times. And you can see what tennis has done for him. And not only him, several. Because, it goes back to the medical and proven scientific research. You are burning calories. You are enjoying the thing. If you don't play tennis for a day, if you pick up tennis and you start enjoying it and it becomes, part of you, and you don't play for a day, you feel sick. If you go without tennis for this, if you don't play tennis for 2 days, 48 hours, you don't feel well. Speak to anybody who plays tennis, they'll tell you, you just don't feel well. And anytime you step on court and you play, you finish playing, you go take your shower, you feel so refreshed.
Wow.
So there's no better way to lose weight when it is one of your major New Year resolutions for 2024 than to pick up a racket. You know, the federations, Clarence Core is just get in touch with us. Send an email, info@gtftennis.com, or go to our Facebook page, Ghana Tennis Federation. Just hit us, and we will recommend the nearest club to you. Walk in that you want to start. The clubs will give you the routine. They introduce you to a coach. You start the session. But my personal advice, I always say to people who want to play tennis, go in pairs. Go in pairs, because when I'm playing with you and we start together, there's a natural competitive edge that, we started together. Because the coach will train you maybe within 3 months of continuous training. Then at the time, you say, the two of you just, square it off and let's see who is improved. You beat me the first day, I go start thinking about how did I lose. I need to work on how to beat you next time. And that makes the two of you improve significantly.
Now, you go and tell us that, okay, for 2024, if you really want to fight diseases, don't allow them to enter into your body, blah, 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 go to tennis. There's swimming. No, there's athletics.
You see.
There's rugby, there's hockey.
Those swimming allows you to use all your muscle parts as well. But you know how difficult it is to even get that as an opportunity in our sphere. And I would say, listen, with tennis, as for prevention of diseases, there's no doubt about it. Just the mere fact that you are active on itself. Mm-hmm. And I always say diseases are basically, they find comfort in the place that they reside, right? So it's like a container. When you put mosquitoes in a container, and the container is lying idle, the mosquitoes thrive.
Okay.
Right? If you start shaking it, naturally they want to get out. So if you're moving the body, right? If you're moving the body as it's supposed to be actively, and you're sweating out, there's no way any disease will feel comfortable in the body. And it was proven during COVID. I can tell you for a fact that during COVID, as you mentioned in your intro, tennis was a savior to a lot of people. Just the fact that you could actively engage, train, sweat, take a shower and go home. Our immune systems are good. I am a living testimony. Started playing tennis actively since 2003. And I can tell you two things I do. Beginning of the year, I do my medical. Check everything to make sure that you are good. And that's it. Survive the whole year. After 40 now, you have to pick up and do the medical twice a year. But solid. Very healthy. Everything's spot on.
So for us that we feel stressed out, you said for 2024, don't be stressed out.
Don't be.
That one of the benefits is
join tennis. Tennis cures stress. No, just like I said, the people who basically dress up, come to the court. Some of them basically have, tedious work routines. You get so frustrated. You have to meet your targets. You come in, just park, change, get to the tennis court, take a few swings, play some doubles. Even that doubles understanding, picking a partner and playing doubles with a person, and fraternize, be within the tennis community. And we share a lot of stories together. I mean, there's no way anybody who plays tennis is stressed out. So no, it's not in our DNA.
All of us that we were stressed out.
Yes.
Maybe we are not part of the tennis fraternity.
You most of you are.
So 2024.
Make it part of your resolution.
We should add it.
Make it
before,
part of
if we even delay before the end of January, we should at least be affiliated to it.
Absolutely.
Get somebody to. If you don't even want to buy a racket, get somebody to borrow a racket.
No, just join. You see, usually, and that's the thing about the tennis fraternity. I always move around with about 4 rackets in my bag. You come, you're a beginner. You want to start. Somebody will give you a racket. Just start. The whole thing is you started, you're playing, you don't feel comfortable with the racket, you want to have your personal racket, then you get yours.
Great.
But the starting is always the
most important thing. So everybody must at least
2nd January, make it a point that by the end of this week, you are joining a tennis club. Just walk in there. Yeah.
Now you also have a broad plan. You said tennis players pathway.
Yes. From 2024 to 2027.
Yes. What is this audacious plan? Yeah, break it down a little bit before we check out.
The tennis player pathway, it's an initiative that was couched last year with the support of Access Academy. Access Academy is actually owned by a gentleman called Kamal Omari in Chicago. And he was Sloane Stevens, who was also a U.S. Lady who won US Open Grand Slam, one of the few Americans who've done that aside from Serena Williams. So the federation has basically gone into an MOU with a group called New York Square, and Kamau Murray is part of the New York Square group. He has a huge facility in Chicago, 27 courts, 12 indoor courts. So we had the opportunity to meet him and basically sold our vision to him. And we came up with this tennis pathway. Now, the pathway allows several things to happen within the sphere of tennis. From the young child who has accompanied his parents to the tennis court, how he starts playing, moves into teens, and then actively start playing, performing, participating in regional tournaments that the regions will be in charge of. So, because the facilities are usually with the clubs, our key partners, which also dovetails into one thing that this particular administration wants to do and was resoundingly agreed at the recent election, which is the amendment of the GTF Constitution. So I'm going to come back to the tennis part. The GTF Constitution used to be based on a lot of the Ghana sports structure, right? And the clubs were left out of it. Last year in Kumasi, the administration proposed to delegates that we should include player representatives, coaches representatives, and umpires. These are three key people who form the tennis structure. And it was accepted. The fourth people who were supposed to be part of the whole Congress were clubs. Now, these 66 clubs, they need to be the main determining force on who the leaders. I've become the GTF executive the first time with 15 votes, the second time with 12 votes. I'm not proud of that. It should be 66 people and more gathered together to determine who becomes the leadership of the federation. So it's something that, fortunately for me, I've worked with a lot of chairmen of the Constitution, Justice, Appeal Court Judge, Justice Asante, Justice Kufuor, who's a High Court Judge. And I've learned from most of them. A new committee is going to be formed. We're going to open and let people bring their views. But the vision is that we need to open this thing up and let the clubs form the integral part and the backbone of tennis. So the player pathway then comes in. The club are supposed to be grooming the kids. They get to the place where they have now become so good, they now participate for the country, right? And when you are so good and you participate for the country, just like the kids that have left our shores, Frank Kufori, Roger Crawford, they were all financed, sponsored by club people. How they have to go. You get to Access Academy because of the relationship we have with them now. Because you came in through tennis, you automatically get the opportunity to have scholarship, to attend university in the US and play tennis. Then it also becomes easy for the country to call on you when Africa Games comes up, because you are, earning from tennis, you are succeeding in tennis, and you are contributing to the flag and lifting the flag of Ghana. Great.
How time runs fast.
Yes.
We'll get you guys here again. I think there's something juicy about Ghana Tennis Federation that Ghanaians must know more.
Certainly.
And so we'll be knocking on your doors very, very soon. And also be giving Ghanaians update on every day what happens in the court. I know the social tennis players are also getting ready to be also bombarding us with weekend activities and everything. So we say a big thank you to you. I wish you and your executives and everybody that loves tennis, and there will be lovers of tennis.
Right. Will be. There will be people who have my interest this year.
There is a big thank you to Asamoah. You're into tennis now.
Absolutely.
Stephen Apia, Bafo Jan and Co. All those guys.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Please bring the rest of the boys after football. Come and play tennis.
Absolutely.
So that we do it. So,
the best.
Mr. Boni, thank you very much and for your time. Wish you guys all the best. So that's how we start our year 2024. We started with tennis. We'll continue with tennis. The rest will follow. And so stay with us every day. We'll be bringing you something new about what is happening in Ghana sports. Ghana sports is rising, and it will rise. And at the end of the day, we will be happy to talk about the positives that we've chalked. So the page will return same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day.